everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Molly, also known as Mojo, and today I am going to be making a few different backpacking meals, or at least like assembling them. I did the necessary dehydrating already previously. It was really easy, you'll see. So today I'm just going to be putting them together. If that is something you're interested in, then stick around. That I'm going to be putting together is going to be mac and cheese, one of my favorite things to eat while I am hiking. I'm hoping to make this a little bit healthier than just getting like the microwavable mac and cheeses that I ate a ton of while on the Appalachian Trail. These are the ingredients for the backpacking mac and cheese. The only thing that I had to do for this one is to dehydrate noodles. So for those, you just boil them and cook them to your liking and then put them on a dehydrator tray for like 8 to 10 hours and then they're ready to go. I like to dehydrate my noodles ahead of time because otherwise you have to actually cook them while you're in the backcountry, and I prefer to be as lazy as possible in my cooking, and I really only want to boil water and then let my food rehydrate. I don't really want to sit there and cook it. I think this saves fuel, it saves time, and it saves cleanup because you don't have to clean out your pot. So that's why I do this. I'd rather take the extra effort ahead of time rather than spending more time cooking in the backcountry because I'm usually pretty hungry. So I'm gonna start with 3.2 ounces of dehydrated macaroni noodles. So I have a little scale here. We're gonna weigh these out. Next we're gonna put in some whole milk powder. Put in 1 tablespoon of whole milk powder. Next is going to be some butter powder. I just got this on Amazon. Next is the cheese. This is what I wanted to be a little bit more healthy, this and the noodles, because if you get just a box of mac and cheese, there's a lot of ingredients in the noodles and a lot of ingredients in the cheese and just interesting things. So I went with like an organic cheese powder that for the most part just has normal sounding ingredients on it. So hopefully it's a little bit healthier. And this will be 3 tablespoons of the cheese powder. Next is going to be a teaspoon of cornstarch. This is just so that the sauce will thicken up. Next, we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. Next is just some spices. So I'm just going to add some salt, some black pepper, and then some smoked paprika. Pretty much just to taste, so probably like an 1/8 teaspoon or so for each one. Might do a little bit more than that for salt. The last thing that I'm gonna put in here is gonna be some bacon bits, but this I am gonna wait until we get out on trail to do. These say to refrigerate after opening, so I'm gonna wait until we're gonna eat them to open it. I'm gonna put about half of this package in mine and then put the other half in Darren's meal on our trip coming up. So I did some math for you all, and this right here is going to be about 806 calories along with the bacon bits. If you add additional chicken, then it'll be more calories. The buffalo has 90 and this one has 110. So if you add some of that, you can get it up to like 1,000 calories or so, which I think is a pretty good amount of calories for a backpacking meal. That's kind of what I usually tried to eat, at least when I was through hiking and I had hiker hunger. I'd want like at least 1,000 calories at dinner. So, and then if I was going to try to store this for a while, I'd put a little oxygen absorber packet in there and then seal this part closed just with a heat seal. But because we're going to be using these this weekend, that's not necessary. I'm really excited to try this one. I hope that it tastes good because I love mac and cheese. I love it when I'm backpacking, so hoping that this version is a little bit healthier and still gives me my mac and cheese fix. The next meal that I'm going to be putting together is a pad thai, my own version of it for the most part. I did look up some recipes. I took what I found online and kind of tweaked these to my own liking. So we're going to start off with 4 ounces of rice noodles. 4 ounces, it's about like this. And one thing that I did learn from doing this before is actually easier like if you break them now, so that when you're eating it, they're easier to eat. It's questionable whether that's worth it or not. So the next thing is going to be some butter powder. Using the same butter powder I used for the last recipe. This time it'll be 2 tablespoons. Next is 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Followed by 2 tablespoons of peanut butter powder. I have a store by my house that sells a lot of things in bulk, so that's where I got this, just like in the bulk food section, which is nice. But you can get like the PB Fit, different things like that. And then do about 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. I'm gonna do about a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Next is going to be some dehydrated bell pepper. So I had previously dehydrated this. This is really easy to do. You literally just slice it, put it in the dehydrator, and turn it on for 8 hours. So this is a whole dehydrated pepper, so we're going to use about 1/2 of this bag. And then these are sauteed onions dehydrated. I just really like the taste of these, so I'm going to put a sprinkle or so of them in there. Also gonna do some dehydrated shredded carrots. I just went to the store and I got a bag of already shredded carrots, and then I put them on the dehydrator trays and dehydrated them for 8 to 10 hours. Again, super easy. Dehydrating is not scary. It is really easy. Probably gonna do about that many. And then I did buy a few things off of Amazon for this, so I got some True Lime packets and then some soy sauce packets. So I don't really know how much soy sauce to bring. The different recipes that I found online call for different amounts, so I'm gonna bring 4 and then see, kind of feel that out, see if that's enough or not enough. I feel like it should be plenty, but we'll see. Called for 2 of the True Lime packets, so we're gonna put a few of those in a little separate baggie, along with some roasted peanuts. Shall we put all these together? So my first thoughts, because this is the first time I'm trying this, so you all are coming along with me for this ride. My first thought about this one is that it's pretty heavy. This is 7 ounces. And that is another 3 ounces. So this whole meal weighs about 10 ounces. I think that that's kind of heavy. Another optional thing to get a few more calories in is to put in some dehydrated chicken. This right here is about 750 calories. 1.4 ounces of dehydrated chicken is about another 300 calories. So this would be about 1,050 calories, but it's almost 12 ounces. If this tastes good enough, then it'll be worth it. But if not, then I don't know if the weight of this one will be worth it for like longer through hiking trips and things like that. But that is all for this meal. I'm gonna go on a short 2-night, 3-day trip this weekend. So I'm gonna be taking these out with me on that trip, and that's where I'll be taste testing them for the first time. Might be a little crazy for doing the trial run out in the backcountry, but yeah, that's what's happening. We'll have the official taste test in a few days while we're on trail. That should be quite interesting. but I will let you know after I try them. So we are trying some new to us homemade backpacking meals. Tonight we're gonna have some pad thai. Kind of excited to try this. Don't know how it's gonna taste because I haven't tasted it before, but hopefully it's at least edible. I never really know exactly how much water to put in these, but my rule of thumb is to just like cover the noodles. So that's what I did. We're gonna let these rehydrate for probably somewhere between 20-30-ish minutes. Again, I have no idea. I'm just winging it. Well, it's been about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna give it a taste to see if the noodles are soft yet. I forgot the soy sauce and the true lime and the peanuts. Packets of soy sauce and 1 packet of true lime. I'm gonna see how that goes. That makes such a difference. Wow. Oh my gosh. I think this is really good, Darren. Well, I've had about half of it, and I actually think it's really good. I'm surprised by how good it is. It is really hard to eat out of this bag. I broke the noodles in half, but I think maybe if I made them even smaller, it'd be easier. Just hard to keep them on the spoon, but. All right, Darren, your thoughts? It's good. Good. For dinner tonight, we are doing dehydrated mac and cheese. First thing we gotta do is boil some water. Some boiling water in there, but enough water until it covers the noodles. Now we're gonna let it sit for probably 20-ish minutes. Once the noodles are soft and edible, then I'm gonna add the bacon bits. And I think it's only been like 10 minutes, but his noodles look pretty rehydrated. Are they soft? Yeah. Bacon bit pieces. Up to half the bag. That's it? I've carried out this whole thing
I have 2
for you to use a minuscule amount of bacon. I am disappointed. How is it? I'm gonna give mine a go. I just put some bacon in there. This is my first taste. My homemade dehydrated mac and cheese.
Right?
Wow. Wow, that's good. Why did I eat so many Kraft microwavable mac and cheeses on trail? This was so easy to make. This is really good. This is a probably 10 out of 10. It's been a few days since I've been home from my backpacking trip where I had 2 new backpacking meals, and I was really pleasantly surprised how they turned out. I thought that they were both really delicious. Both of them were way tastier than I expected, so that was really good. I did strategically choose to eat the pad thai on the first night because it is a little on the heavier side and definitely heavier than the mac and cheese, so that was kind of a strategic move to lessen the weight of my pack as quickly as possible. I thought that that meal was really good. I did end up breaking all the noodles in half later on before we left, but I feel like they could have even been in smaller pieces and that would have made it a lot easier to eat. I usually just carry a titanium spoon, so there's like no stabbing anything with a fork because it's just a spoon. So I think smaller pieces would have been advantageous for that. So yeah, I'd probably just crush them up a whole lot more in the future. I did 2 packets of soy sauce and 1 packet of the true lime, and that was perfect. And I also didn't put in all of the peanuts that I brought. I only put in about half of them, so that would lessen the weight of that one even more, which would be nice. The mac and cheese was really good, and I think that one is really versatile because I put bacon bits in it on this trip, but you could do any of the like chicken packets, tuna packets. There's even like the pulled pork ones that you can get at Walmart, which would be pretty good in there. Yeah, a lot more different like flavor options for added protein in that one. If you like these types of videos where I try different backpacking meals and let you know how they go and how I make them and everything that I use, let me know in the comments. I'd love to do some more videos like this, so if that's something you're interested in, please let me know. And then in the comments, let me know your favorite dehydrated backpacking meal. One of my favorites on the Appalachian Trail was the Peak Refuel Biscuits and Gravy. I got that one quite a few times. It was delicious. So yeah, let me know what your favorite meal is in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and mighty fine hiking, everyone. Bye!